I have to get your ass out here at some point.
You have to. I mean, you know what? And I think that's why, across the street we're going to have our daiquiri hut, which will have daiquiris and have hookah. So you can transition from here to there in the event that you just want to stay and continue to enjoy the environment, but give people other people the opportunity to still eat.
How many different flavors do you have on your turkey leg?
We have about 13 different variations of the turkey leg, including the flavored turkey leg, the stuffed turkey leg, the shrimp Alfredo stuffed turkey leg, and then the Cajun crawfish turkey leg.
Let's get to it. Let's taste it. Delicious.
Thank you.
And super tender.
And this one is a Hennessy glazed turkey leg.
That's my favorite.
That's your favorite?
That's my favorite.
Nice.
And that's Hennessy glazed.
Hennessy glazed turkey leg, yes.
You know those people are out there for a long time. Tell me what's that like trying to treat them once they get in the door?
It's awesome because they standing in line in the heat to wait to get here to eat. It's awesome. And we appreciate it because they could have went anywhere else and spent their money. So we really appreciate the support of the city and everybody.
Some of the first signs of trouble for the restaurant came when Third Ward residents sued in 2019, claiming the restaurant was a public health risk. The main culprit, the smoke.
Developing tonight, one of Houston's most popular restaurants has now been hit with a lawsuit from some neighbors in Third Ward.
Yeah, they say the turkey leg hut is a public health risk. Fox 26's Natasha Geigel live in Third Ward tonight with more on this lawsuit. Natasha.
Well, there are 5 residents that are named in this lawsuit, and they all claim that they have a bone to pick with the turkey leg hut because of all of the smoke coming from their outdoor cooking area and entering their homes. And we came out earlier today and captured some of that on camera, all the smoke that was surrounding people's houses. The lawsuit claims the smoke is jeopardizing people's health, and the restaurant is an unpermitted, illegal, and unregulated business. The lawsuit also accuses the city of Houston of ignoring the complaints about the smoke. Today, the residents won a temporary restraining order in which the restaurant can only operate their outdoor cooking area between 6 a.m. and 8 p.m. It's a small victory as they continue to work to having all outdoor cooking stopped at the restaurant.
But the smoke is so thick and voluminous and billowy that at night it goes into the homes of everybody and causes throat irritation, eye irritation, headaches, etc. And you wake up smelling like smoke. And when you're talking about the health of infants, then what else are you left to do but to be in court?
And the Turkey Leg Hut released this statement to us saying, quote, "At this time, it is a pending legal matter and we are not able to comment. We are aware of the allegations against the Turkey Leg Hut and have been cooperative with the city of Houston and the associated departments. We will continue to rigorously defend all allegations made against us as we always work hard to have a safe and healthy environment for our community and patrons." Natasha Geigel reporting, Fox 26 News.
At the time the lawsuit was filed, many in the area wondered if it was a sign of a much bigger problem. Some people even called the lawsuit an example of gentrification, while supporters took to social media to support the Turkey Leg Hut.
Tonight we start with the latest in the ongoing battle between a popular Houston restaurant and the neighbors who live nearby. Some of the neighbors, some calling this an example of gentrification and some of what we are seeing all over the country. A lot of supporters took a look at the Turkey Leg Hut and considered them the proof that you can take a side hustle business and turn it into a huge success. But with that has come some major headaches. Some people living in the area have joined together to file a lawsuit against the business, and quickly people started choosing sides, many calling this a race issue and accusing the neighbors of trying to push a black business out of what has been a black community for decades. And now there's an alleged email sent to neighbors of the popular restaurant. They give details and instructions on how the lawsuit will work. We need a name for the organization, so feel free to suggest Greater Rosedale Protection Association, Alameda Quality of Life, the Justice Society of Tomorrow. I don't know yet, according to that email. Another portion of the email reads, the ultimate goal of this litigation is obviously for the turkey leg hut to be somewhere else and not on our corner. That cannot be the stated goal. So we also need to think of injunction relief that we can ask for. To talk about this dispute is the attorney representing the neighbors, Chris Feldman, the attorney for Turkey Leg Hut, John Zavitsano, and community activists Derek Muhammad, Gladys House, and Sadia Evangelista. We want to welcome you all to the Factor Uncensored. So, Chris, let's start with you. You represent the residents, and when I first heard about the complaint, I understood that. Obviously, there are no zoning areas here in Houston, no zoning in Houston. And so I understood you didn't want a lot of parking, a lot of noise, a lot of smoke in your neighborhood. But that email changed the game, where they said, we just want it out of this neighborhood.
So this is a perfect example of how corruption can actually divide a community. You know, I have here at least three different reports from the city of Houston where the turkey leg hut is operating out of compliance illegally. But the city has chosen to turn a blind eye, and the result is...
And is that what you're referring to as corruption?
Yes,
okay.
Yes. For whatever reason, the city has decided to turn a blind eye, and what that has done is pitted citizen against citizen, which is a real shame. As a result of the city turning a blind eye to the situation, you have a situation where you have an operation operating illegally, creating a health and safety issue for its own patrons and the neighbors. As a result of that, they are left with filing a lawsuit. And it's unfortunate it's come to this. But if we had equal enforcement of the law, like every other restaurant has in the city of Houston, you know, show me another barbecue place in the city of Houston that is allowed to operate like this, that would be a hard thing to do. You can't find that. It doesn't exist. And this has forced the citizens and the neighbors that live nearby to file this lawsuit. And they met with an attorney for the turkey leg hut back in early September. And their own attorney said they were not taking, meaning the owners of the turkey leg hut, were not taking this issue seriously. And so if you have small children being exposed to this smoke, and you have a city that is deciding not to enforce the law equally, what else are you left to do? And it's a shame.
Let's bring John into this conversation. John, when you hear that the city is corrupt for not enforcing the rules and regulations when it comes to turkey leg hut, your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm not going to speak for the city. I mean, the city can speak for itself, obviously. The city has a qualified health department. The health department has, they have been out there. We are in compliance. There are no issues that we are in violation of. We have attempted to replat. We need 3 feet in order to build an internal structure that would capture all of the smoke to address the very issue that some of these neighbors have raised. They have opposed the replatting.
And that's not accurate.
They have opposed the replatting. This is not about smoke. This is about, like the email says, if you're out and you see a loud car or motorcycle, take a video. People peeing on your fence, take a video. Drunk folks staggering back, take a video. I mean,
and that's from the residents in the area who want turkey leg hut gone.
These are from the managers of the litigation fund.
But they would be residents.
These are residents.
Yes.
These are residents that have had community meetings and have said that the turkey leg hut is not a family-friendly environment.
All right.
Okay?
Derek Muhammad, let's bring you into this conversation. Is this forced gentrification in that neighborhood where black businesses have existed for a long time? Not particularly turkey leg hut, because it's basically new, but trying to force them out.
This has gentrification written all over it. Turkey leg hut is in essence being sued for its success. It's a very successful business. Lines are around the corner half the time, and there are many who are moving into that neighborhood who would love to commandeer that block and have a business that would be as successful. They'd love to put a Starbucks there. So I do believe that gentrification is a factor, and there's a difference between a complaint and a conspiracy. Complaints are complaints, but if you read those emails, you see certain residents conspiring to put this brother and this sister out of business. The Turkey Leg Hut is a thriving black business in a historic black neighborhood. We support the Turkey Leg Hut, and I'm proud of the way the community has responded to this attack on one of our businesses.